Well, just like this morning, we've got a little bit of half and half going on here in Fargo. On the left-hand side of your screen, we've got beautiful blue sky. On the right side, we've got the cloud cover still hanging around. And that's a sign that Southern Valley still dealing with some clouds here as we head into the afternoon hours. And not only clouds, but there are some showers and sprinkles affecting your afternoon and lunchtime drive here. And we're looking at basically on your radar and satellite map here, the southern half of the valley, I-94, Highway 10 points south. Oh, there are some areas north of there where we're dealing with the clouds and the rain. And then up to the north, lots of blue sky. A beautiful day for you up in Devil's Lake and now in Grand Forks too, now that the clouds have cleared. So checking out your radar, we can see the rain still affecting some of those same areas, the Sisseton area up through southeastern parts of Richland County, Lidgerwood, the Hankinson area, Wahpeton, Breckenridge, back over to Fergus Falls and Wheaton and Elbow Lake. We've been getting rain off and on all morning, and this stretches more into Lakes Country too, but not as widespread here. And this is moving generally from west to east today. So we're going to watch it continue to clear to the east, and hopefully we can get some sunshine as we head into the later afternoon hours for you today. That's where temperatures are just slightly cooler. We're in the low to mid 70s there. Fargo on the dry side of this, we're at 79 in Grand Forks, some mid 70s up to the north and east. And winds are pretty light, still out of the north in most spots, and less than 10 miles per hour for every location here. So checking out your hour-by-hour planner, we'll continue to see that potential for a few showers down to the south and east. Gradually this winds down and moves on, but it will take some time, so it may not be till later into the evening hours that you see some sun in parts of Lakes Country. Up to the north, still beautiful. We're looking at temperatures upper 70s to some low 80s in those areas that stay on the drier side. And then heading into this evening, we are quieting things down for the time being here. And by the time we get into the 10 o'clock hour, we're looking at some 60s and low 70s. Now watch what happens overnight. We've got some storms approaching from the north, moving into the Devil's Lake Basin. I've stopped the clock at 2 a.m. moving into that area. They'll gradually be weakening, so they won't be as strong as they head eastward through the valley, but still a rumble of thunder or a flash of lightning might wake you up early tomorrow morning. This is 6 a.m. This is again Northern Valley, Highway 2 north from there is where it looks most likely we'll see this. A quieter night in the Southern Valley. Heading into tomorrow, this moves out, we clear things out, and we're looking pretty quiet, at least for a good portion of the day, with temperatures that warm a little bit more than they'll get to today. More places hitting the 80s and some of us into the mid 80s for your highs for Tuesday. And with that comes the potential for an isolated thunder shower, especially into Tuesday evening, though we're not seeing that very much showing up on the forecast map here, but still the potential's there. I want to give you a heads up about. Now, heading into the rest of the week, I know it's a big travel week for the holiday. It's also a big week for people to be outdoors, and we do have chances for rain and thunder pretty much every day this week. Wednesday, we're dealing with some thunder showers potentially for the 4th of July. We could see rain and thunder for part of the day. Still several days out, so timing on this not quite nailed down yet, but as it gets closer, we'll of course be able to tell you more about that as the holiday draws in. And then into Friday and even Saturday, that potential for some thunder showers. So not a complete washout. It's not going to be raining the entire time, and it may not necessarily rain every day where you happen to be, but still the potential is there somewhere in the valley. So we want to give you a heads up about that. And if you're going to be away from your television, you're going to be traveling, you can always have that Valley News Live weather app on hand and have it follow you where you go so you can get alerts wherever you happen to be. And you can always check on the radar. We do updates on that all day long, and so you can keep up to date on the forecast, even if you are away from home.
Good advice, and kind of a bummer for 4th of July, but like you said, just only part of the day.
It would be great if we get some rain. It happens in the morning before everybody's getting up and getting out. Let's keep our fingers crossed that's what happens.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lisa.